One of the ways or one of the model which may enable us to gain competitive advantage is known as Porter's 5-force model. Porter's competitive force model. In this, we consider 5 forces. 1. Competing companies. 2. Suppliers' power. 3. Threat of new entrants. 4. Buyers' power. 5. Threat of substitute products or services. Let's understand what is this Porter's 5-force competitive model. Before I talk about the 5 forces this Porter's 5-force model is trying to address, let's understand this profit element in a greater detail. Although you know, being a commerce student, and I have also shared this in so many ways, but let's understand more. What is the basis of competitive 5-force model? So, friends, the basis is profit is equal to total revenues minus total cost. From where are you in a position to get the profit? Whatever you have gained from the sales, out of that deduct minus the total cost. So, profit can be increased. Now, how can we increase the profit? Profit can be increased either by increasing total revenue. Of course, if this is increasing, then your profits will increase, or decreasing total cost. If this is going to reduce, then obviously your profits will increase. Profit is decreased when the total revenue goes down or the cost increases. This is something very simple which we understand being a commerce student. So, this profit margin is dependent on selling price minus cost of the item. This we understand very well. So, profit margin measures the amount of profit per unit of sales and does not take into account all costs of doing business. There are 2 factors. One is the entire cost of doing business, which will include fixed cost and variable cost. But when we talk about the profit margin, then obviously we are talking about the marginal profits or the marginal part of it. It's profit margin. Selling price minus cost of item. Now we are not considering the cost of running the business. So 2 factors are there. One is a profit, another is a profit margin. After understanding this, let's go back to the Porter's 5-force model and understand that Porter's 5-force model. At the center, friends, we have our company. Our company is continuously competing with other companies within the industry. So, one force which can be reckoned, which can be considered, is competing companies, those who are competing with us. Competing companies is factor number 1. Okay. Then, factor number 2 is buyer's bargaining power. Buyer's power. What kind of power buyer is having? Buyer can bargain with you. What kind of bargaining may happen? Bargain can be done on the basis of price, maybe on the basis of discount, credit period, and the quantity, volumes. Okay. So, your buyer may be a direct consumer buyer, or your buyer may be a distribution channel. So, distribution channel can also bargain with you. You are producing milk. Let me assume that you are producing milk. Can you supply the milk to every consumer yourself? Maybe, may not be. By and large, what is happening? That you are taking help of channel for distribution. So, that channel is demanding its margins. This is buyer's power. Another part, the third component of the Porter's 5-force model is supplier power. Supplier, where you are buying a lot of things from others. When you are buying from others, of course, they can also bargain on price oblique discounts, 2 credit period, 3 quantity. They may say that if you will buy maybe 100 tons, only then we will sell to you. If you are buying less than that, we will not sell you. Okay, Alibaba will sell you only if you are buying in bulk quantity. But Flipkart or Amazon will be able to sell you even if you are buying a 1 unit, single unit. So that's the difference between the two. So this is bargaining power of suppliers and brands. You are trying to sell their products, so they'll demand whatever they are in a position to demand. Okay. Then the fourth component may be treated as threat of new entrant. You have existing companies competing within the industry. Now a new company may emerge. Right now Big Bazaar is there. Walmart is jostling. Walmart is trying to capture the market, entered into India. So it's a threat of new entrant. If Walmart will come to India, then obviously it will be a great threat for other players within the industry. So 1 competing companies, 2 buyers power, 3 suppliers power, 4 threat of new entrant, and finally we have threat of substitute products or services. You are selling something. Say you are offering Coke and you are demanding high price. What are the substitute? For aerated drinks, we have lots of substitute. The person may go to Pepsi. Even if all the aerated companies are going to increase the price of aerated drinks, people may go for some other option. Not for aerated drinks. No, they may go for the juices. They may go for the coffee or tea. So this is something known as substitute products. So with the help of this Porter's 5-force model, we understand how a company can gain competitive advantage. What a company should do. What should I do? I am at this level. What should I do? I should try as far as possible to reduce the buyer's bargaining power, reduce supplier's bargaining power. Do something so that new entrants may not enter into the market, and there should not be any threat of substitute products. Only then I'll be able to have a near monopoly kind of thing. So this is something known as Porter's 5-force model, and we understand how can we use this Porter's 5-force model.